Believe it or not, yesterday I sat through all 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. I was stoned. Of course I was. It was 420. So that kind of helped me get through the show. And after the show was over, I asked myself the important question. Did this show get me to look forward to Money in the Bank, being that it's 3 weeks away, right? The first pay-per-view out of WrestleMania. No, not one single bit. Don't get me wrong. I think the concept this year, right? Climb the corporate ladder. You start off on the ground, right? You got to climb up to the rooftop and get the briefcase. I think the concept on a creative base, I said this on Twitter, I'm going to sit back and just watch all the shit play out. But this is what I've learned from last night. Drew McIntyre comes off as the biggest dummy. We have a new faction, if you will, of young, hungry talent. Of Andrade, Angel Garza, Austin Theory, right? Who are being right away fed to the wolves. Some people say buried. I don't want to go there yet, but I don't like where this is going. I really don't. For whatever reason, the Viking Raiders were singing in their car, and I think it was Ivar who was fucking just hammering down his fucking turkey leg. My question is, what flavor was it? Lemon pepper? And Nia Jax cannot wrestle for shit. Still. And you know what the sad part about it is? There's going to be people within the community, and I know who some of you are. I'm not going to say no names. I ain't no Takashi. I am not no fucking Takashi. They're going to say right now, oh, she's terrible, she's trash. But then a couple days later, going to turn the page. Oh, she's great. She's this, she's that. You have the type of people in the community that do that, believe it or not. That's what I got from this show. And by the way, yeah, there were qualifying matches and shit like that. But nonetheless, that was Monday Night Raw. I asked you guys this question now. What was your take of Monday Night Raw? Did you enjoy the show or not? Let me know in the comment threads. Let me know on Twitter. I would really like to hear your thoughts on this. In case you guys don't know yet, this is your Monday Night Raw review for April 20th, 2020. 420 was yesterday. Hopefully all of you consumed your favorite cannabis, if you will, or your favorite edible. Well, however the fuck you got down last night or yesterday in general. My 420 was creative as all hell. Believe it or not, if you can imagine that. But more importantly, again, I hope all of you are safe and sound at home and all that fun stuff. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Give the video a big old thumbs up and share throughout your entire social media platforms. This podcast is being brought to you sponsored by the good people over at Honey. I know a lot of you out there do online shopping. And I ask you this question, why are you going to pay full price for what you shop online? Let Honey save you money. Get instant deals, coupons, and promo codes on all of your online shopping. Use the special link to sign up and start saving now. It works with all major websites such as Amazon, eBay, Wish, Nike.com, Adidas. Believe it or not, it does also work with WWE Shop and also for Ticketmaster, Uber Eats, and all that fun stuff. So again, let Honey save you money. Use the special link in the description box below to sign up and start saving now. And if you guys did not check out this past Sunday's episode of Around the Point, myself and Big Mike, we were live and we basically talked about all the releases, right? If they really want to climb that corporate ladder. And we did like a mock draft of where we feel all the talent that got released, where will they go? Whether it be AEW with Tony Khan. You see Twisted Tony smiling right there. Hey, Tony, I see you, buddy. I see you. Maybe they'll go to an Impact Wrestling with Ed Nordholm over there at Access TV. Maybe they'll jump on the Sinclair wave and be very honorable with Joe Koff and all those people over there. Or maybe, just maybe, Court Bauer might pick them up and some of them might go to MLW in the majors. Or if not, they might go all the way to Japan and be in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Again, if you've not checked that out, go give it a listen. Also available on the podcasting platforms. Myself and Big Mike also started a new show on the channel. We called it the Throwback, where we will every single week review a retro pay-per-view from back in the day. The good, the bad, and believe me, there's a lot of bad pay-per-views out there, and forget about it. Yes, we're going to go through all the stuff. The best thing about the fact that we have the WWE Network and Impact Plus, that we can go back in time and watch these pay-per-views and review them and all that fun stuff. Episode 1 was last week. We gave our thoughts and review on Starrcade 97 from WCW. This week, we'll be talking about WCW Spring Stampede 99. So if you have not yet checked out episode 1 of the Throwback, go give it a listen and all that fun stuff. It's also available on the podcasting platforms where you can listen around the point on the daily, whether it's Apple Podcasts, whether it's Spotify, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, Anchor, also over at okfabe.com. So it's everywhere. So again, I can't stress this enough. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the fucking bell icon. Be notified when this motherfucker uploads a video, when this motherfucker goes live every single time. That's one thing about this as well. I'm trying to be active on the channel. I know I keep saying that. It's kind of repetitive. I fucking know. Just bear with me here, all right? Bear the fuck with me. I appreciate all of you. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. Hopefully we get there. I know everyone's going through a difficult time and shit. But I hope, again, everyone's safe. Everyone's at home and they're washing their hand, they're turning the page and all that fun stuff, okay? The show kicked off, Monday Night Raw. Kicked off with Drew McIntyre. Once again, the WWE Champion. And I think, again, it's important that the show starts off with the champion, in my humble opinion, okay? He addressed Seth Rollins attacking him last week at the end of last week Raw. Remember, last week at the end of Raw, the Monday Night Messiah attacked Drew McIntyre after his match with Andrade. And McIntyre said he had to think about whether or not Rollins was worthy of a title shot or not. But rather than make him jump through hoops and hurdles, he would rather continue to prove his status as a true champion. And he is challenging Seth Rollins to a WWE title match at Money in the Bank. Because for whatever reason, in Drew's mind, Seth Rollins is one of the most decorated superstars in WWE. And he's been in the ring with them before, so he knows what to expect. My thing is this, okay? If you're a champion, I get it, yes, you're going to be the fighting champion, all the fuck you want. But he comes off like the biggest idiot. In my eyes, he does at least. To me, if you're the champion, you are the prize. You are what people need to come to, if you will. It should be Seth challenging Drew. That's always been my thing. Don't get me wrong, they're going to have a fun match, all the fuck you want, because apparently, yes, the match will happen at Money in the Bank, which again, in case you guys don't know, is 3 weeks from now. 3 fucking weeks. Believe it or not, yes. Hard for me to even think, wow, it's crazy, right? It's been that quick, and they're jumping back to a pay-per-view. And again, like I said before in the beginning of the video, from a creative standpoint, I'm going to sit back and watch all this shit play out. I really, really am. So there's that. And after this, out came Zelena Vega with Angel Garza and Austin Theory. Drew referred to her as the thorn in his ass, if you will. And just her rambling, and then from behind, out came Andrade. And by the way, the main event of the night was Drew McIntyre versus Angel Garza, right? So Andrade attacks him from behind, attempts to, just to get Claymore not once, but twice. And all this is happening, right? You see Zelena Vega trying to tell Garza and Theory to get in the ring to attack Drew to save Andrade. 2-on-1. Think about it, 2-on-1. But yet they don't want to attack. They don't want to get involved in this shit. Think about it. Garza has a match with Drew later on in the night. And Theory's like, no, I'm good. Because he has a Money in the Bank qualifying match with Aleister Black. But again, that itself made the faction, because again, you want to believe this is a new faction. It's a faction of new young talent. Hungry, potential, what's supposed to be the future of the WWE. Made them look like bitches. They didn't want to get involved. They didn't want to fight. They let Andrade get his ass handed to by Drew. Again. Then Drew claymores him one more time, and Andrade goes out of the ring over the top rope, and there was that. Again, I wasn't with the idea of, again, McIntyre challenging Rollins. No, to me, again, he is the prize. He is the catch. That's how it should be. It should be Rollins, per se, getting the attention of Drew one more time and challenging him. Should not be the champion. I don't give a fuck what promotion you are. I don't give a fuck what champion you are. You as a champion should not be issuing challenges. At the same time, too, I feel bad because, again, Andrade, when you think about this as well, he is, in theory here, right? He's the U.S. champion, and it's like he's like the forgotten champion almost. Yes, he has the belt, right? He can perform in the ring all the fuck you want. But when was the last time that Andrade has defended the U.S. title? That's what I want to know. Like, he's just holding it on. It's like, what the fuck? You know, and again, you can make the argument, oh, but Steve, you gotta understand, you know, they don't have enough people around the building, this and that, but still, come on. That should be his priority. That should be his mission. Defend that title as well. Just like Drew wants to be a fighting champion, so should Andrade. From there, we get the first match of the night. We get the Money in the Bank qualifier match between Aleister Black and Austin Theory. Yeah, it's Zelena Vega on commentary for this. It had to be very awkward, I believe, right? If you're Zelena Vega, here's your client, right? Your associate, if you will, your client, in Austin Theory, who's an amazing performer. Again, I've seen him wrestle at Evolve prior to going to NXT and all that stuff. Amazing talent. He's gonna do big things down the road. He really, really is. So is Angel Garza. And if you're Zelena, you have your client facing, in real life, your husband in Aleister Black. It has to be awkward as fuck. I gotta believe. So they have the match, and the match isn't bad for what it's worth. It's good back and forth. But you gotta know in the back of your mind, there's no way in fuck that Austin Theory was winning this match. And again, I like Theory. I just think right now, the way he's going, it doesn't make sense that he's in a faction with Andrade and Zelena, with Andrade, Zelena, and Garza. Doesn't make sense, but I get it. Hey, it's just put them on the spot right there. Fuck it, just let it be out there. But that's fine. But the idea that, oh, he's beating Aleister Black, no, that was gonna happen. Come on. Nah, let's not rush shit right away. It's bad enough that they rushed his main roster push. They just rushed it right away, which I didn't agree with. But the idea that he's beating Aleister Black, come on, bruh. I know yesterday was 420, but whatever you were smoking, let me have some. If you really thought that Austin Theory was beating Aleister Black, come on, son. Seriously. Black won with the Black Mass Kick, and he qualifies for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match coming up at Money in the Bank. So there was that. We had Shayna Baszler being interviewed with Charlie Caruso. And she asked her about what happened last week with Shayna Baszler breaking Sarah Logan's arm. To which Shayna's like, listen, she didn't break any rules. She didn't break any rules. She won. The only thing that she broke was Sarah's arm. And that was it. And it made sense, too, when you think about it, right? Now, there's been talk, and I know this is completely off topic, that apparently people within the company have went to bat for Sarah Logan to bring her back. There was even rumors that Sarah Logan was backstage on Monday Night Raw last week, but they didn't even use her. The fact that they mentioned her name multiple times makes me want to believe it. But at the same time, you know, if I'm Sarah Logan, again, listen, for what purpose though? Yes, you had your job, awesome, you know what I mean? But what the fuck are they going to do with her? You know what I mean? This is not Daniel Bryan, 2010. Remember when he got released, right? In 2010, and everyone went to an uproar. How dare they fire Bryan, Remember that? That he choked out Justin Roberts with a fucking tie? And everyone on Twitter, the whole internet broke, and eventually they brought him back, right? There is no demand, in my opinion. And again, I'm sure Sarah Logan is a nice person, all the fuck you want. But in my eyes, there is no demand, I feel like, for her. I'm pretty sure the locker room respect her all the fuck you want, but what the fuck are they going to do with her? I asked that question. Where do you see Sarah Logan going from here if she does come back? I'll wait. I'll fucking wait. They'll hype her up for a couple of weeks. And then after that, right back to what the fuck she was doing. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Good on them. Listen, if they want to bring her back, good on them. Awesome. But reality is, not my cup of tea. It's not like, it's not like, she is in a demand, if you will. It's not like she's, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the phrase I'm looking for right now here? It's not like she's gonna, make a change, if you will. If you get my drift. So we have Shayna Baszler versus Indy Hartwell in a squash match, of course. Referee stoppage after Shayna stomped on Indy's arm. And afterwards, she continued beating up on Hartwell, ultimately putting her arm through a ladder and then kicked it. Good way to showcase, once again, Shayna Baszler. Get the attention going that, hey, she's a threat in the ladder match. So there's that. From there, we get a tag team match, playa. Tag team match of Cedric Alexander and Ricochet versus Brendan Vink and Shane Thorne. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. And listen, I think it's cool that because they're in the PC, let's bring in some of these guys from the PC that we might have seen before on NXT that are training still in the Performance Center that are not made NXT television yet, and let's use them to some extent on Monday Night Raw. That's awesome. Great. Give them exposure. I think the team of Ricochet and Cedric Alexander, for what it's worth, listen, it's just two guys that really weren't doing anything. Listen, I guarantee in creative, it's like, listen, we're going to be honest with you guys. We have nothing for you right now. We're going to give you chicken shit. Make you a tag team. It's your job to turn it into chicken salad. And for what it's worth, I'm willing to give it a shot. Again, I know it's been a couple of weeks already. Do I see them challenging for the tag titles right away? No. Obviously, it's going to happen. I mean, I want to believe down the road there'll be a match between Ricochet and Cedric versus the Street Profits down the road. But, I mean, they lost last week to fucking the Viking Raiders. And look what the fuck are the Vikings doing now, singing in a fucking car. Which I'll get into in a little bit as well, how stupid that was. But this match, for what it was, a good way to showcase the fucking what do they call it? The high flyers, the team fly. I don't know. Between Cedric and Ricochet, they got the win, of course. So there was that. From there, we get Kairi Sane and Asuka. They had a backstage interview because Sane had a rematch with Nia Jax. And Charlie Caruso kept on talking about how she felt that, again, last week, Kairi Sane lost in her qualifying match to Nia Jax. And what makes her believe, that being Sane, that this week will be different. They mentioned the size. And they just kept rambling, that being Asuka and not Asuka and freaking Kairi Sane. Just rambling, doing what the fuck they're doing now, which I don't understand. You know what I mean? But there was that. Then we get the match between Nia Jax and Kairi Sane. And for whatever reason, Asuka was watching from a monitor backstage, from a monitor. And I gotta say this overall. Listen, this match, again, just showing me that Nia sucks. She's terrible. And Steve, how dare you say that? It's fucked up, this and that. Listen, there's a spot in the match, I think we all saw it, where Nia, she has Kairi just hold her by the throat, and she tosses her into the corner. And Kairi's head hits the second turnbuckle. It bounced off the second turnbuckle. There's a woman, Kairi Sane, that has had already concussions in the past. Remember TLC 2018, 2019? It was TLC 2019, right? Remember that tag team match, right? How did that end up? Remember that? So that's what happened here, right? So Nia obviously won. I'm not fucking surprised, but still, it just doesn't do it for me. Yeah, and again, there are gonna be people in the community, and again, I am not Takashi. I am not Takashi 69. All right, I'm not gonna snitch on any people here, but there's people within the community. We know who these people are. Some of them are your favorite YouTubers. Some of them are your favorite Twitter personalities that will tell you, "Oh, she's trash, she's terrible today, but tomorrow, holy shit!" They will flip flop and say, "Oh, Nia's amazing. Nia deserves it. We stand with you, sis." Just fucking saying. Hey, if I'm right, I know I'm right. And if I'm wrong, please tell me I'm wrong on that one. Where you at, Nia Stans? Where you fuck at? So there was that. Again, change the channel on that part. I really thought about it. Then we had Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins, the Monday Night Messiah, cutting a promo. He cut a promo from his home because apparently he didn't want to be there. Right? He's calling McIntyre. He's calling McIntyre a brave man. Rollins said he's one of the few. He's one of the few men who understand what it is to be in McIntyre's place. As a champion who defeated Brock Lesnar to win the belt at WrestleMania, Rollins said he accepts the challenge, not out of respect or disdain, but out of necessity and duty. Right now, more than ever, the WWE Universe needs a leader, Rollins said. And as much as you and I have in common, the similarities stop there. I'm a proven leader and you're not. That's what Rollins basically said. Basically accepting the challenge of Drew McIntyre for a match at Money in the Bank. And again, this whole notion that, again, Drew McIntyre is challenging for a title match when he's the champion. Factor into Seth Rollins, and I know I should have said this earlier in the review. Thank God I'm saying it now. Seth Rollins, when you think about it, right, hasn't earned a shot. He hasn't. In fact, he lost at WrestleMania, but yet he won a match the night after WrestleMania against some enhancement guy on Monday Night Raw. And you mean to tell me that gets you a title match? Fuck no, bruh. Fuck no. I'm sure they'll have a fun match. I'm pretty sure they're going to tear the house down or tear the roof, whatever the fuck they're going to be in. But the point of the matter is, no. In theory, this match should not be happening. I would much rather see the way things are going right now. Hell, if you tell me what I'm seeing on TV, I want to believe that, hey, it's Andrade challenging Drew for the championship at Money in the Bank. The way it's been coming off on television. But no, we're getting instead Drew and Seth. What the fuck? So there was that. There's fucking that. Also during the show, you had Bobby Lashley at the gym, at the PC, I'm assuming, trying to show off the strength, trying to flex, trying to move over a fucking tire. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Something from the do, I guess, because again, what the fuck. So there was that. Oh yeah. There was a short video clip, like I said before, the Viking Raiders. The fucking Viking Raiders. Doing carpool karaoke. Just singing around, driving through Orlando. Right? They're blasting you, and they're singing in this shit. And they both got on their fucking little stupid little helmets on their heads. And I think it was Ivar, yeah, who was eating a fucking turkey leg. And I'm talking about the turkey legs that you get when you go to the Renaissance Fair. If you ever been to Disney, to like Disney World, like Magic Kingdom, the turkey leg that you see that they give you over there, that are this fucking big almost, that you can't even fucking finish it by yourself. So you got to give it part of the leg to someone else, like to your mom, to your dad, your wife, your husband, if you will. Right? And I'm wondering here, again, what flavor was it? Was it lemon pepper? I'm just saying, lemon pepper turkey leg, motherfucker. But that's what the fuck he was eating. That's what the fuck he was eating. I'm telling you that right now. So is that. Again, they won last week and now they're singing in the car. Corny, it was stupid, whatever. From there, From there, we had Apollo Crews versus MVP. MVP before the match cut a promo talking about how, again, he respects Apollo Crews, right? He's a gifted athlete, but he's saying he'll beat Apollo Crews because MVP has the experience. So there was that. The match, for what it was, listen, it was a way to put over Apollo Crews. Like, you knew for a fact going into that match that MVP was not going to win. Can you imagine what happened if MVP would have won? Can you imagine that shit? Fuck no. Again, the match, for what it was MVP trying to make Apollo Crews get over. One thing I will say too, what I call it, like, impressive in a way, these qualifying matches, right, they had a story behind them, right? They had a story in a way. And this one too, again, MVP belittled, in some aspects, Apollo Crews. And the match went long, and hey, here he is. He finally got a win. It makes you believe. Does he have a chance? No, does not have a chance at all. Apollo Crews is there because they need a body in that match. I'm pretty sure he'll do some fun little spot with the ladder, but don't get your high hopes that he's winning the fucking match. I ain't buying that. So you think about it, right? You look at the whole complexion right now. Thus far, you have Apollo Crews, Aleister Black, right? I believe also Daniel Bryan in the match as well. So there's that. I mean, it's shaping up for what it's worth, but we'll see where things go, okay? We'll see how all this will pan out in a couple of weeks. But, of course, Apollo Crews did beat MVP with the Blue Thunder driver, and that was that. Backstage, Ruby Riott was interviewed because she had a match with Liv Morgan. And again, Charlie Caruso mentioned the fact that at one time, Ruby Riott was part of the Riott Squad with Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. At which Ruby Riott went on to say that, hey, she had to get double shoulder surgery because she had to carry the weight of the whole faction. And how, in this case, she's facing Liv, and Liv is still thinks now she's independent. But in reality, she still needs Ruby Riott. The match, for what it was a short match. However, once again, for whatever reason, Liv Morgan got the win with her flatliner. She's getting better. I'll give you that. She's getting better. But it's like, wow, you're beating Ruby Riott? Ruby Riott, who I think should be in the money, who should be, in my opinion, in the women's money, who should be, I know she's not because she lost to Asuka, but in theory she should be in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. I want to believe in the upcoming week there'll be like that second chance qualifying match, all the women that lost, but we'll see. There was that. From there we got we had, again, back to the gym with Lashley. This time he was all warmed up and he flipped over an even bigger tire. It took him a while, but he finally got it done. And Lana was just cheering him on because that is the wife that she is. And good for her, cheering on her man for all this tough time, right? Good. From there we get Rey Mysterio versus Buddy Murphy in a qualifying match. I thought this match was pretty good. Obviously, in this match, you had Rey Mysterio selling a dislocated finger. I guess the finger went out of place, and he's selling the hand. He's hurt. His finger's hurt. You see Murphy working on the hand as well. Good back and forth, though. Good back and forth. I can only imagine the pain that might be. I never had that happen to me before. I can only imagine just how painful it is. I remember watching a documentary on Bret Hart from like 2006. And in the documentary, it talks about when he faced Flair for the WWE title for the first time when he won the belt in '92. That in the match, he dislocated his finger. Yeah, put it back in the socket. And when he did, you see Mr. Perfect, who was in the corner of Ric Flair at the time, right? You see him put this look on his face like, ugh, like you felt that. Like, the fact that Bret Hart right there had to put it back in place. So there was that. I just remember that basically from that. So I just remember that, if you think about it, okay? And the match, for what, like I said before, was a good match. Mysterio got the win when it was all said and done. And he now qualifies for the Money in the Bank after hitting Murphy with a falling splash. He did manage to hit the 619 as well, so there was that. Zelena Vega and Garza had a backstage interview where Vega was upset about Drew attacking Almas again, and when he was already hurt, he added that it would be a shame if Drew didn't make it to Money in the Bank because of Angel Garza. From there, we get Charlotte Flair versus Kane Carter from NXT. Again, good way to showcase these NXT talents. Good way, because again, when you think about it, Charlotte Flair is the NXT Women's Champion, right? And of course, Kane Carter bows down to the Queen. She made Kane Carter tap out. That means Charlotte with the figure 8. Apparently, this Wednesday on NXT, she will be seeing if Mia Yim accepts her challenge. So there's that. And again, I know I said a while ago, the one thing they should not do is have Io Shirai, who essentially is the #1 contender, challenge Charlotte right away. No, you wait for it for the next takeover. That's a match, and I said it before and I'll say it again. That is a match you do on a takeover, whether you dorks like it or not. So there's that as well. And then we got Andrade versus Akira Tozawa. This was a long match. Tozawa had a lot of offense here. And again, you got to remember, he had a win this past Wednesday on NXT in that Cruiserweight title tournament. So you want to give him momentum. You knew he wasn't winning here. Would have been shocked if he did. But they gave you that belief that, oh, he could win this. And eventually, it was all said and done. Akira Tozawa falls to the hammerlock DDT up the top turnbuckle. Try saying that shit 3 times. And this time, Jerry Lawler did not say anything about a ramen noodle moonsault, so that didn't happen. Okay? So there was that. Andrade got the win. So there's that. We got the Street Profits who entered and danced with Byron Saxton. After the commercial break, Montez Ford introduced Bianca Belair, and he and Dawkins joined commentary for Bianca's match. But all they did was cheer for her. And when I mean cheer, they were the most annoying thing on commentary. Listen, I love the Street Profits for what it's worth when they're in the ring. But when they're on commentary, when they're backstage and doing all the goofy shit, it reminds me of those annoying pieces of shit I had to deal with in high school. Like, ever had that one classmate in school that was just annoying as shit, would never shut the fuck up for anything? That's what it reminded me of, basically. And on during the match, just kept cheering on me. And I get it. That's basically, Bianca Belair is a wrestler as well as a valet for the Street Profits. That's the vibe I got. Of course, she's Montez Ford's. That's the wife of Montez Ford. It's fine. What amazed me, what surprised me, if you will, Bianca Belair faced Santana Garrett. I totally forgot Santana Garrett was employed by WWE. Holy shit. I was in shock. I literally thought she was let go. Or was let go a long time ago, to be honest with you. Surprised she's still there. But there she is. And she fell victim to the KOD. And after that, they were celebrating in the ring. So there was that. We got the main event. Drew McIntyre and Angel Garza. This match went about 5 minutes. Yes, your WWE champion in a 5-minute match with Angel Garza. Any other time, I want to believe you would give these guys more time. I guess, 20 minutes. Hell, even 25 minutes if you want. We already know Angel Garza is a future, right? There's money to be made with it. There's money to be made with Angel Garza. I said it before. If WWE wants to push a Latin star for the future, it's Angel Garza. Hands fucking down. And the match went about 5 minutes. You can say it was a squash, all the fuck you want. But yeah, Drew overcame the odds because Theory was outside, so was Andrade. And there's a moment in the match where McIntyre does a senton or a tope, if you will, off the top rope, and he dove off the ring. Looked nice considering his size and all that shit, right? But eventually, it was all said and done. Drew hit the Claymore, made Garza bleed. I think it was with a boot before that. But yeah, Drew McIntyre beats Angel Garza. He goes back to the ring, hits another Claymore kick on Garza, and he does a Tranquilo pose on the entrance ramp to close the show off. And that's how Monday Night Raw goes off the air. We do know, again, it's Rollins and McIntyre for the WWE Championship because McIntyre challenged Rollins because he's the champion, right? For whatever reason, they're having the Viking Raiders do silly singing bullshit. I hope this is now not the replacement for the Revival, because remember the Revival was supposed to have a comedy act. I hope now they didn't plant it on the Viking Raiders. I hope not. They didn't plant this shit on them. I hope to God no. Nia Jax still can't wrestle for shit. She's terrible. We already knew that already. And there was that. There was that. Guys, again, give me your thoughts in the comments below. Your thoughts on Monday Night Raw. Did you enjoy the show or not? If you have not yet checked out episode from this past weekend of Around the Point, myself and Big Mike, we gave our thoughts on where all the released talent were going to go. We did like a mock draft. You see their EC3, the Revival, and their Chris fucking Hero, if you will, all there. There's Twisted Tony Khan smiling like he knows. Yep, you guys want to climb that corporate ladder, huh? There you go. Also, episode 1 of the Throwback is up, available on the channel. If you have not watched it yet, if you have not listened to it yet, myself and Big Mike, we are going back in time and reviewing retro pay-per-views from back in the day, whether it's WCW, ECW, WWE, Impact Wrestling, because obviously we have Impact Plus and the WWE Network, so we're going off of that. Last week we reviewed Starrcade 97. This week we'll be reviewing Spring Stampede 1999 from WCW. Likely that will be dropping on Thursday. So make sure, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, I cannot stress this enough, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit the like button. It does help out the channel, it does help out the video, it does help out Around the Point in the long run. Also, speaking of which, I want to thank our sponsor for the podcast, Honey. If you guys want to save money with Honey. Get instant deals, coupons, and promo codes on all of your online shopping using Honey. It works with all major websites: Amazon, eBay, Wish, Uber Eats, Ticketmaster, WWE Shop, Adidas, Nike. This past Friday, I purchased a pair of Adidas through the Adidas website. And for me, originally, the shoes that I bought, they're going to cost me $110. It would have cost me $77. But thanks to Honey, I ended up paying $61.60. The fucking steal. They will find coupons and discounts for you to see if they can lower the price of what the website they're offering. So what the fuck are you waiting for? Down below in the description box, use the special link to sign up and start saving. Let Honey save you money, dorks. That being said, guys, thank you all for watching. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter @HeelSteven. And we are out like Janet's titties. Peace out, dorks.